Green Team Media.
I loved the film.
Oh, great.
I did. I saw it last night. It was great.
Thank you.
And I'm not usually a car chase kind of gunfight kind of
me neither.
film fan.
Yeah.
But, you know, like they say, this one was about the characters.
Yeah.
So your character, he's kind of an ideologue.
Yeah.
Is that possible with everything we know about spy agencies these days? Is it possible there's still a naive ideologue in the CIA?
I think there is. I mean, I think there's you know, I feel like sometimes that line can blur between like jingoism and you know, idealism a little bit. You know, it's sort of, I think we start out, this guy's kind of like a God and country guy. He's a, you know, patriot. He's like that kind of, you know, has that kind of mentality, and the layers of that are slowly peeled away, and he's like confronted with a lot of disillusionment, you know, and he sees that this job that he signed up for is actually incredibly murderous and corrupt and psychotic in a lot of ways, and you know, and he's seeing that sort of like weird, perverted mirror image of himself in this guy who's much older and who's been doing it a lot longer, and but I do think it exists. I know for a fact, spending time with, you know, in my job we get to all these stupid little perks, like we get to spend time with these guys that have been in the CIA for 30, 40 years, and when you talk to them you find out, yeah, they started out with this real, you know, ultra-patriotic kind of idealism that is really replaced by a kind of cynicism later. And part of that is because they've lived their entire life a lie. You know, they've lied to their wife and children for, you know, 20, 30 years. And I talked to one guy who just revealed to his wife and children what it is that he does for a living after 25 years. And I just thought, amazing, yeah, it's amazing. Like, what is the reaction? I was just fascinated with that. He said it was not good. You know, it's tough, you know, because when you go to bed and all those details, it makes her wonder, well, what was true, what wasn't.
The levels of lying must be intense.
Brutal.
I loved how I felt like I was in that safe house at the beginning. You were scared, like you're asking for more work at the beginning. You want to be thrown into this. And suddenly you get it. Careful what you wish for.
Exactly. Yeah.
I was scared with you.
Yeah.
And then I loved how you. Oh God, there's so much to talk about. They're giving me 1 minute already. But like the torturing.
Yeah.
You know, you're really disapproving. But by the end, I had such bloodlust at the end.
Yeah,
I was wanting you to beat the crap out of that guy.
Yeah.
I wanted you to kill him.
Absolutely.
I was shocked at my own feeling. The physical fights. Excellent, especially the one at the end where it's just you hand to hand. Yeah. A lot of training.
A lot of choreography, because I mean, you don't need to choreograph pretty fights as much. It's those ugly, messy knife fight in a phone booth kind of ones that you really need to kind of work on, because those are the ones where people get hurt. That's all. So, but yeah, that was like a couple of months of choreography for that, because it really was shot over 2 days. And we spanned like every room of the house in that fight. We're falling out of windows. I mean, it felt very old-fashioned in a way. There was no real trickery. It was just kind of happening. And by the end, I mean, Joel, who's the McKinnon, who's the guy that I was fighting, he and I were just covered in cuts and scrapes and bruises. But man, we were happy it was over, though. That fight was.
It looked real.
Yeah.
Quickly, Denzel. He's so good at playing charming yet scary. I loved in the safe house at the beginning, the raids happening, and he's just sitting there
just
cool
quiet.
as a cucumber.
Yeah.
And he's in your head the whole time.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You know, obviously he's a seasoned pro, like his character, and you're the rookie. So what was that like on the set with him?
Fascinating. I mean, he's just a really interesting guy to work with. He's so good at what he does, but it's just wild to see somebody who's been doing this so well, but for so long so well. I mean, he's just a real classy and disciplined actor, and I think that's what makes him. The success is kind of irrelevant to him. I think what makes him such a good actor is just that. I mean, he really cares about what he does, and he's passionate. And as a younger actor, I look at that and I think, wow, that's amazing that, you know, you can go this long in this industry and be this prolific and still be this passionate about it. It's pretty fantastic.
Yeah. And this good. He was good in it.
Yeah.
But so were you. You were great.
Thank you so much.
Really enjoyed it.
Nice to meet you.
Bye-bye.
Take care.